Well, hello, everybody, and I am excited to be here. This has been a long time coming, with my friend Mary and her brand new book. And the reason why it's been a long time coming because we've known each other since about 5 years, and 6 years, getting close to actually. And I remember our very first conversations is about a book that she was going to write. And I kept on saying, when are you going to start that book? When are you going to start that book? When are you going to start that book? Well, here it is, right here. And I'm very excited. The Butterfly Diary, a journey of coming home to myself. So we're going to be spending a little bit of time here just chatting about this book and talking about what that's all about. Well, Mary, welcome to the stream here, the podcast, podcast. Now I'm a little tongue-tied by Rodrigo. I'm just saying. So,
Thank you. It's awesome to be here.
so what inspired? Because I remember when you first started on this book, and you were like, "You're not going to believe this. I started on the book," and you were pumped, and you did not stop. But a lot of authors get breaks and stuff like that. You were so inspired when you were doing this book. What finally just clicked and brought in, this project to completion?
Um, well, I was in the middle of a mentorship program with a local indigenous healer, and we did an exercise which was basically connecting with your animal totem, and he guided us through a meditation, and the Hawaiian butterfly, the Pulilehua, came into my field of vision, and then he asked us to contemplate what this animal totem meant or spirit animal. And I just realized it was, for me, throughout my life, the message has always been about, transformation. And then I also wanted to write a book about celebrating friendship. And initially, my focal point was my female friendships that have really nurtured me over the years. And then after talking to you, I realized I should broaden my focus because I've had very meaningful, loving gay relationship friendships too that were so impactful, and I just wanted to celebrate that.
Yeah, that's amazing because the friendships help us transform our lives, and really help us, as the butterfly would say, transfer into a new state of being, so to speak. This is a fiction book, but is this based on your life? Like, is it have it's influenced, I'm assuming, by your life and the experiences you've had? Am I?
It's loosely based on my own divorce and having to kind of find my North Star throughout the divorce process. And just like I said initially, a celebration of all friendships. But the person that got me through my divorce was um, my best friend, Elton, who has subsequently passed. But he and his husband, they took me in, they sheltered me, and it was a transformational, scary but transformational experience. But I wouldn't have made it through it without both of them helping me.
It's amazing. It's amazing. So there is, well, tell us a little bit about the book, the context of it. I know it's about friendship, and I know it's about transformation, but tell us a little, can you give us a little bit of a sneak preview? I've already mentioned Rodrigo. So,
So it was also, being living in Hawaii and being in the islands, you can't be help but be inspired by the natural beauty of the islands and the genuinely aloha spirit that pervades the islands. And um, I just was thinking, wow, if I can combine something, write something about friendships and about how being in Hawaii has inspired me and also added to my transformation, but not just studying with this local healer, but just also recognizing the people here are full of love and generosity. And the book starts with loosely based on my own divorce, where you're going through this emotional upheaval. I was married for 24 years, and I was one of the ones I thought I was going to make it to the finish line. And just, basically, I know it sounds trite, but we just both kind of outgrew each other in the relationship. And it was just wreaking havoc. And I just had to regroup and reinvent myself and what that looked like. And the beginning, first half of the book, it was a lot of thrashing around and, being with other people, and especially the protagonist. She meets up with a younger man thinking that's going to help her feel better or get over her ex-husband. But then she comes to find out that there's a bigger picture in store, and when she goes back to Hawaii to reclaim her heritage.
Yeah, and that's what I wanted. That's what I was joking about in the beginning is that I haven't had a chance to go through this book, but just I got it yesterday and I'm reading this part and I'm like, wow, I'm kind of turned on. But at the same time, I can also feel her vulnerability in this moment because she's with this younger lover and she's starting to think about how she feels. Like, is he okay with my body the way it is, and all the anxiety? And he's reassuring her at the time. But I haven't gotten far enough into the book to understand where it goes. But when you think about it, the book is called A Journey of Coming to Myself, and so trans she transitions from marriage into this experience, and those experiences are awakening her, which I'm assuming is why you use the butterfly as your totem, and why you use that. So um I think just even being a fiction books can be transformative, which I think is what you mentioned you wanted it to be, and why it's not just for women of that age range. There's people, men and women, that are going through those same thoughts and transformation. So yeah, very cool. So you were telling me about last week about you were starting to think, you were like, I just started seeing my book, and you were using Hawaiian saying, and you were saying, I want the world to feel through this book this. Could you talk about that and that experience?
Well, I meditate daily, and I was meditating in my book, and you and I talked about what is the highest purpose of this book? Why was it created? And I told you part of it is like, again, there was a celebration of friendship, but it was also, wow, it would be cool if this book could spread the aloha around the world. And I think the world needs more aloha.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that one of the things that I want everybody to understand and take from this book, go get this book. I mean, I'm gonna unblur really quick, and I'm gonna put a link on the Amazon link in for you to get, but it's the Butterfly Diary and a journey of coming home to myself. Any last things that you want to mention about the book before we kind of adjourn, and anything you want to share with them?
Um, so I think I made a good effort. This is my first novel, and I read an interview years ago with a famous author who said, you know, the best writers are really transcribers. It's like spirit speaking through them. And that's my ultimate goal in terms of defining success. I hope I was a good transcriber and I was able to accurately portray the wonderful friendships that I've experienced throughout my life. And I continue to do so, like you.
Absolutely. 5 years in the making. So, well, Mary, thank you so much. I don't always do the fiction books on my show, but I think that this is perfect because it's about transformation. And I think that fiction is always about transformation because it inspires us to think more and feel more. And that's what I was kind of joking about in the beginning is that, a good author is also somebody that makes you feel something and experience something. And if you grab me in the first, chapter, I think that I can't wait for the rest of them to unfold. And I know there's a particular character you want me to look at, and feel, but I'm excited about getting more into it. So everybody, go to Amazon, buy the book, get it, and then we'll try to get Mary around the country to sign it. So. All right. Thank you so much, and much
Thank
love,
you.
everybody.